All right, so we're ready for the second contest in the new season of the Dream 11 Jamaica T10 cricket competition here at Sabina Park. It's the Surrey Kings, the defending champions. It feels like they won it so long ago. They won it back in 2023. They're up against the United Stars, one of the Middlesex teams, two Middlesex teams, three from Surrey and one from the Cornwall County, Cornwall Warriors. They won their game against the Surrey Royals earlier today in the opening game of the contest. The United Stars, they've won the toss and they've decided that they'll have a bowl first at the Surrey Kings team, a team that is full of talent in the lineup. And of course, we will show you the playing 11 of both teams. And for the United Stars, they will look to start well with the ball. Don't want to be chasing a lot of runs here. We saw 89 runs being chased down pretty easily by the Cornwall Warriors. And the batters at the crease. Looks to be Tevin Gilzine, who is the man on strike. Ryan Forrest is the standing umpire. And the man with the ball in hand looks to be, I'll tell you in a little while. It looks like it's Jermaine Blackwood. Yes, based on the demeanor and the tapping of the bat, looks to be Jermaine Blackwood, the former West Indies vice captain. Here we go. Well, the first delivery starts with a short one outside the line of the off stump, wide called by the umpire. So not the most auspicious start for the United Stars team.
One thing for sure, good pace, good carry through to the wicket keeper. I think a Jermaine Blackwood and a Tevin Gilzine, both batters, good batters. This United Stars bowling attack very good as well.
And Javon Winter is a man with ball in hand as this one is tickled to a short fine leg position. They go through for a single, so the score now goes up to 2. Jermaine Blackwood gets off the mark. Had a horrible 4-day season in 2024, Jermaine Blackwood. And it's a batter that when he's on song, when he's on form, is really good to watch. It's just that his innings, are good innings, are really few and far between. Had a good regional Super 50 Cup. Got a couple of half centuries. And Javon Winter. This is pushed off the back foot by Tevin Gilzine, who gets off the mark right away. Was a little bit surprised that Tevin Gilzine did not get called into the Jamaica Scorpions Super 50 team. Did score a century in the trial games. Would have played regional cricket for Jamaica before. But looking to get back into the good books of the selectors with the 4-day championship. Just a couple more weeks away. Worked into the onside by Jermaine Blackwood. And Jermaine Blackwood, in my assessment of him, he will score easily straight down the ground through what we call the V. It is between mid-on, mid-off. Has a nice looking cover drive as well. Doesn't pull particularly well. I've never seen him sweep. Plays a hook shot as well. As this one is hit high on the bat. Chance for a run-out bowler's end. That's that hit. Had that hit. Tevin Gilzine would be run out. And I would be tempted to say yet again. He's probably the batsman with the most run-out in local cricket.
Well, I do support you on that. Good pace, good bounce as well. Young Winter generating some pace. You know, wonderful condition here at Sabina Park.
A short delivery. And again, that's what I was talking about when I said earlier that Jermaine Blackwood doesn't pull particularly well. In fact, I've probably only seen him pull once. I've seen him hook the ball, which is different from pulling the ball. Generally gets it down to a long leg or fine leg position. And as you saw there was a short delivery. Other batters would look to get inside the line and get it to a deep backward square or down towards long leg. And Jermaine Blackwood there was backing away to the onside and looking to ramp it over the wicketkeeper's head.
Slight adjustment we made in the field as well. Deep backward point comes in to a normal point and long off goes back on the boundary.
Don't think he will go short. He has edge, beats the keeper. And into the ropes for the first boundary. Fortuitous for Jermaine Blackwood, a thick edge. Javed Williams had no chance. And the score now goes up to double digit. It's 10 without loss. We're in over number 1. Short delivery from Javon Winter. Thick edge, Williams, no chance.
Not the most convincing shot by Jermaine Blackwood. Backing away, playing away from his body. And innocuous on boundary nonetheless. He's first. And he's up to 6 on 3 deliveries.
What will be the response of Winter? Goes full, Blackwood goes after him. It's high. Could get to the boundary. Oh, Brycey. It could have been done easier. In fact, he bats it into the boundary. So 8 runs coming from the final 2 deliveries. 2 boundaries off the bat of Jermaine Blackwood. Bryce should have done better. Skewed off the outside edge. As didn't get to the pitch of it. And Damian Bryce looking to be a little bit too maybe attractive. And only managed to bat the ball into the boundary for another 4. Over comes to an end though. 14 without loss after 1.
A very expensive over has come to an end. 2 boundaries came off the last 2 deliveries as I mentioned. And Blackwood is quickly up to 10 from 4, striking at 250.
Not quite often that you would see Jermaine Blackwood striking at 250. Rock John Henry seemed to be the bowler coming from that Courtney Walsh end.
Had a fantastic T10 season last season in the competition as well. His variation was a good. Different season. 2025 is the season.
It's 2 years on, isn't it? Left arm seamer starts with a good delivery. Squeezed into the onside by Tevin Gilzean. He's always looking for a single. Doesn't judge them well, but always looking for a single.
And I do support you on that. I think he has a problem running between the wickets is Tevin Gilzean. But he's a type of player who loves to score runs as a batter. Always hungry to score runs. He's 3 from 3. They're scoring a runner. The ball so far, 15 without loss. In over number 2, been bowled by Rock John Henry, a former Butnut and Umu Technical High School cricketer.
Jermaine Blackwood having a waft outside the line of the off stump.
That's where Rock John Henry is very, very skillful. His slow delivery. Prime example, that last delivery. Jermaine Blackwood was into the shot very early and was deceived by a brilliant delivery from Rock John Henry.
Doesn't have the most robust of run-ups, Rock John Henry. This one squeezes down to long on for a single. Saw Tevin Gilzean a couple seasons ago during the trial games. Was opening the innings with Kurt McKenzie Jr. It's some of the most chaotic running I've ever seen in my life.
Prime example, last Charles game he was run out into the 40s.
Again, worked into the onside. They're looking for 2. I like this opening pair for the Surrey Kings because I believe they complement each other quite well. They're both good batters in terms of technique. They're quick between the wickets. And they're always looking for singles. Slow delivery, pace off. Maybe a, would you call it an off cutter or a leg cutter? Seeing that it's a left hand seamer.
A leg cutter. Top delivery from Rock John Henry continues to be very noggin with those slow deliveries to the right hander so far in the middle. Very, very consistent left arm swing bowler.
This one heaved down to a mid-wicket position. They're looking again for 2. Bryce, what a throw that was. I tell you what, you might watch the entire 16 days of this competition. You might not see a better throw than that. Right alongside the stumps. Over comes to an end. It's 18 without loss.
Excellent first over from Rockjohn Henry. Right on the money you want to see. Not allowing these two batters in the middle to get going. But what is good so far with the batting, the hustling, the running between the wickets, it's been very, very good.
Has been. That's 2 overs done. Now should be out of the power play, which means that you should be able to have a couple more players outside the circle. There's a signal from Ryan Forrest, the umpire from this Michael Holding end. The players out. They've gone with long on, long off, which is pretty standard. There's a deep mid-wicket and there's a deep backward square and a man sweeping on the cover boundary in the form of Damian Bryce.
Captain Damana Swell is the man with ball.
That's helped down. Where have I seen this before? An off spinner to a right-handed batsman hit down towards fine leg for 4.
Bad delivery, poor delivery from Captain Damana Swell. Short, tone the leg side. Easy pickings, bread and butter for Dreaming Blackwood. Who won't miss out on that? It's like bread and butter for the right-hander.
We saw this, Pete Salmon against Andre McCarthy, didn't we? Blackwood advances, chips this one in the air. It has dissected the 2 fielders. The man at deep mid-wicket and deep backward square and goes into the boundary for another 4. So the 3rd boundary for Jermaine Blackwood. United Stars. The 4th boundary for Jermaine Blackwood. Back-to-back 4s in this over to start this over from Damani Swell. I mentioned I've never seen Jermaine Blackwood sweep. I don't think that I've ever seen that. He's asking for a wide. It can't be because it's like a switch hit. Gives himself room. That's a good shot. That's a super shot from Jermaine Blackwood. Backing away, punching it over cover. 1 bounce into the ropes of 4.
Class from a classy batter in Jermaine Blackwood. Off spinner, spinning into the right-hander. Back himself away and hit the ball over extra cover. Shot of class.
Swell tried to follow him. Maybe should have gone wide outside the line of the off stump because Blackwood moved early. 3 boundaries and a dot. 4 deliveries in this over so far. This one a little bit quicker and go through for a single. Damani Swell would have represented the Jamaica team before at the senior level. Had his issues in terms of his bowling action as well. Good to see him back. Played in the Jamaica Premier League as well. Played for Limehall Academy a season ago. Was a captain for Limehall Academy as well. Oh, Gilzine goes after him. Didn't get the power, but it's 4 either way. Bad footwork on the boundary there. So a boundary for Tefin Gilzine. Mikhail Silva trying to use his foot to stop it. Gilzine getting into the act. An expensive over. 17 runs coming from it. And is that the over that tees up this Surrey Kings team? 25 from 13, Jermaine Blackwood. 8 from 5, Tefin Gilzine. 35 without loss after 3.
Look at the run rate so far now. The Brown over 10 runs and over so far. Continue with this rate. Over 100 runs in a T10. Batting last. Runs on the board. Won't be easy for the United Stars. They miss a lot of quality players. Suwin Wilson, who scored the most runs last season, is out.
Pace off. Push the point. Run out chance. No, they get the run. Well, maybe a run out chance again. And Jermaine Blackwood is really testing the patience of this field.
Another run to the total. A run nonetheless very risky. But as I mentioned, Suwin Wilson, who have scored the most runs last year in the competition. Also a Ronaldo Ingram as well. Both players missing out of this lineup.
Oh, Skews off the outside edge. Will get close to the third man boundary. Oh, he gets to the third man boundary. Helped across the ropes. Poor fielding, a poor attempt that time from Zendai Williams. Skewed off the outer portion of the bat. A couple of bounces. Got in an almighty tangle there.
He was looking to throw back the ball to Shashane Anderson, who was pretty close. But as you mentioned, got into a tunnel, but 4 runs nonetheless to Tevin Gilzine and to the Surrey Kings.
Just needed to stop it. Push straight to point. They go again, run out chance again. And again they get 2. That's the second time that they've pushed the ball straight to backward point and have gotten 2.
And I tell you what, Jeremy Blackwood was very quick. He got into his crease and easy second run executed. Bryce is all the way at deep mid wicket, so acres of space on the onside to complete 2 runs.
Have to be more alert than that. Slapped over extra cover. A couple of bounces into the ropes for another boundary. This time off the bat of Tevin Gilzine. The partnership is building. They're 46 without loss. Bang! Disdainful from the Army man.
Stand and deliver from the Army officer. With an offer from Silvera and duly accepted by Tevin Gilzine.
Chance. Easy. Too easy. And Gilzine gave it away. Looking to get inside the line of the ball and to work it down towards a short fine leg position. Came off the glove, probably. Yeah, you don't want to get dismissed like that. And Tevin Gilzine didn't even give the umpire a chance to think about it. Immediately gave himself away.
Disappointed Tevin Gilzine. But Silvera strikes in his first. A big wicket as well. Big wicket for Silva. And Tevin Gilzine had a brisk. And this brings the big Chaplain Kennar Lewis to the wicket. A player who has played T10, T20 cricket all over the world. Used to see Kennar Lewis at the top of the order as well, Renard.
Yeah, a bit surprised that he didn't open the batting. He's probably still hangover on winning the Lankan Premier League. Maybe focus more now on his philanthropic work. And keeping a exhibition competition, well, not competition, a fun day in his native parish of Westmoreland recently. Here's first delivery. Looking to pierce it through backward point, missed it. A successful over with a wicket, but an expensive over. That's 4 gone, 46 for 1.
Yes, indeed, a very expensive over. But based on what we have seen from a Blackwood and a Tevin Gilzine in the middle so far, they have found the runs easy to come by. Both batters scoring over 150 strike rate. Kennar Lewis just a 1 delivery face so far, but we know how destructive a Kennar Lewis, a.k.a. Bogo, can be.
It's so strange. Jermaine Blackwood and Kennar Lewis, they're both from Westmoreland. They're very good friends. One is wearing 12, one is wearing 21.
I tell you what, more to that. They both played for Jamaica at under 15 in 2006.
Tino Osborne is the bowler. Jermaine Blackwood, no power on it. Oh, there is. Only just. Long off was in business for a while. Did he not time his jump? It looked dodgy for a bit, for a long time. Barely got over. Short, pulled. Slapped down to long on for a single. I tell you what, Marlon Pinnock, if Tino Osborne bowls more deliveries like this, watch out.
I certainly watch out here in the commentary box as well. 53 for 1. And Jermaine Blackwood rushes up to 33 from 16. brings the destructive Kenner Lewis in strike.
Down the leg side. I would bowl there to Kenner Lewis as well.
Well, 3 fielders out on the onside and 2 on the offside. So a 5-4 field.
Need to get rid of Kenner Lewis. They would want to see him off strike. Now, there are only a couple of Jamaican cricketers still active, that can hit the ball on the roof of the north stand. Blackwood advances, dot delivery. And I reckon Kenner Lewis is close or right up there in terms of persons who can. Short, pulled, as he's dissected the field. Oh, yes, he has. Indecision between the 2 fielders, deep mid-wicket and deep backward square. No one able to pull it back. They avoided the collision but couldn't prevent the boundary. Jermaine Blackwood continues the motor here.
Poor delivery from Osborne. Short, begging to be hit. The 2 fielders, no communication, hence why a boundary nonetheless.
That's hit again. That's a shot Jermaine Blackwood likes to play. Shouldn't get 4. They get 1. And they will settle for the 1.
And that is what Blackwood will give you on the show. Loves to score freely, tends to score freely. And that completes over number 5. It is 60 for 1.
And 14 runs coming from that over, brought up the 50 as well in that over. There were 46 for 1. So an expensive over. And from the bowlers, Winter, his 1 over went for 14. 17 from Sewell's 1 over. 11 from Silver. Silver's 1 over. And 14 from the over we just saw from Tino Osborne. Looks like Silver is back for his second. Punched off the back foot. No power behind it. They trot through for a single.
A lot of dot deliveries faced by the Surrey Kings batter so far. Looking to rotate the strike when the bad ball presents itself. They're quick to capitalize, and that's the whole trademark of T20 cricket.
Kenner Lewis, just a flick of the wrist. It's a chance, half chance. No, 1 bounce to Tino Osborne. Coming from a deep backward square position. And that's the power of Kenner Lewis. That was just a flick. Almost carried all the way to deep backward square.
No one at square leg. He was just looking a single. Well, look how far it carried in the air.
It's really on Jermaine Blackwood again. Good shot as the distance into the seats in the north stand. 6 more to Jermaine Blackwood. He's raced up to 45, 68 for 1. Just a flick of the wrist.
That's a remarkable shot from Blackwood on the line of the leg stump and easily dispatched over that wideish long on area. And he rushes closer to a second half century of this tournament.
So good to watch when he's on song, Jermaine Blackwood. Slapped it down towards long off. Would have already seen a pretty composed half century from Andre McCarthy in leading the Cornwall Warriors to victory. Will we see one here from Jermaine Blackwood? Lewis on strike. Down the leg side. Wide called by umpire Williams.
Well, in fact, both players in the middle represent Omo Technical as well. Andre McCarthy as well, who scored an half century to D. So it's good to see past players, present players being included in the tournament as well.
Again on the legs. And Kenner Lewis is probably thinking that he's missing out on these deliveries. And it looked towards the Surrey Kings lineup. Javro Royal will be queuing up to come. Brad Barnes as well queuing up to come. You know, someone like Shalom Parnell down the order can hit it a long way as well.
Dietmar Anderson as well.
Stylish Dietmar Anderson. Oh, what did that miss? Well, how did that miss? Kept low, maybe. He overcomes so then that's his quota of overs done and dusted. 1 for 21 from his 2. Let's look at it again. Oof.
Good delivery to end over number 6. Not a bad spell by no stretch of imagination. 2 overs, none for 21. Based on what we have seen being issued on the field of play by Jermaine Blackwood, who is up to 46 from 23, striking at 200.
71 for 1 after 6. Where do they get? Tino Osborne is back. Much better length. I think Kennard Lewis is sizing up the George Headley stand here. Short down the leg side. Another wide. Extras building up. So dangerous down the ground, Kennard Lewis. As this one is whipped 1 bounce into the long on boundary for 4. The man at long on didn't have more than maybe 10 meters to make up to his right and couldn't get there.
That's the power of big Kennard Lewis. Just a push.
Short. Nowhere near the middle. Had that been near the middle, look out, St. Thomas.
Oh, my dear. What are you saying? That's the power of Kennard Lewis. Another run nonetheless. Score now is up to 77 for 1.
I reckon if Kennard Lewis middles one, Windward Road is not out of the question. This one beats Jermaine Blackwood. He's looking to hit this straight down the ground.
Good delivery this time from Osborne. Very slow through the air.
Blackwood advances, punches it. Maybe the shot of the day so far. 50 for Jermaine Blackwood as well. What a way to bring up your half century. A touch of class from the former West Indies vice captain. Tossed up from Tino Osborne. And just a shimmy down the wicket. Punched the pose as well. Well composed knock.
Terrific timing. All class on show here from Blackwood.
And then he tries to nibble this one down towards third man. The over comes to an end. Another expensive over. 12 coming from it. 7 done. 83 for 1.
2 half centuries have been scored in the day so far from experienced players. Players who has played at the top level. But that shot from a Jermaine Blackwood has shown the class of the right-hander. He does advance down the wicket, present the full face of the bat. And any youngsters watching should learn something about that shot from a Jermaine Blackwood.
I did say that Jermaine Blackwood's strong areas through the V, which is down the ground, and he plays well through the cover region. And we've seen that in full display. A wide array of shots from the diminutive man with the number 12 on his back.
It's good to see Shalom Parnell as well. Can give the ball a good walk. He spotted up as well.
A breakdown here as Javon Winter comes back. Has bowled 1 over so far. His first over came from this Michael holding end, now switching ends. Mid-off is inside the circle, not sure why. Doesn't need to be inside the circle or outside the circle, he's not needed. Couple of bounces. Sweeper picks up on the cover boundary. I'm not sure. So there's deep backward square, there's deep mid-wicket, and there's long on, the men out on the onside. And then there's third man, a sweep on the cover boundary. Why is Long off? Well, mid off. Why is he inside the circle?
And he's bowling full outside the all stump.
Well, let's see. Maybe the plan will work. Short delivery, wide. Not forcing Kennard Lewis to play. So the only reason I can think of, the fine leg is inside the circle, is that he'll be looking to bowl maybe back of a length or short into the body of Kennard Lewis. Kennard Lewis will be hitting with the wind towards the Kingston Cricket Club. Now the adjustment is made. So third man comes in the circle and mid-off goes to long off. This makes more sense. Goes full, tugged into the onside for one.
Good delivery. Kennard Lewis has been kept quiet in this inning so far, not been able to score boundaries at regular intervals. And this is a plus for the United Stars.
Definitely a plus. There are 2 overs after this. Again, full. And a single. The wicket keeper not helping there, Javed Williams. He's probably in the queue to open the batting as well by signal by umpire Williams. Not for the first time. We've seen deliveries to this end from the bowler from the Courtney Walsh end, just not bouncing.
Credit must be given to Winter as well.
Oh, he didn't middle that, Kennard Lewis. Doesn't matter. It's still 6. He looks at his bat. He's probably saying to Jermaine Blackwood, it came off the tail of the bat, but it's still 6.
And the first maximum as well to Kennard Lewis. Not timed properly. Well, Bryce at mid-wicket stood no chance. Always been entertaining his Damian Bryce. Try some skills there on this occasion, but it was way over his head. And the first maximum for Kennard Lewis.
Under pressure here. Short. Again, not timed. Will fall short of the fielder. Bryce. I think Kennard Lewis needs a bat.
Score goes up to 95. Surpass the first game score. I think it was 88.
Yeah, 88 made by the Surrey Royals. 36 of which came off the bat of Leroy Lugg. Will we see the first 100-plus score here? We should. Blackwood, again, doesn't have the pace, doesn't have the power, but has the distance. Was pace off, and Jermaine Blackwood brings up the 100 for the Surrey, the United Stars, well, the Surrey Kings, sorry, the defending champions, as the United Stars are under pressure here.
A little man, short in stature, but he does give the cricket ball a big walk, is Jermaine Blackwood. For a moment, I thought that ball was going to land just inside the ropes, but in the end, it landed over the ropes. And Blackwood is in terrific form so far.
Yeah, he's just carrying over his form from the Super 50 Cup. And you do hope that he can carry that into the 4-day championship as well for the Jamaica Scorpions, because what I can tell you about Jermaine Blackwood, once Jermaine Blackwood makes runs, somehow he gets back into the West Indies team.
Well, for sure. But if you look around, Roger Henry is back for his second spell, and his final over is second. His first win for 4.
And left arm seamer, pace off, gives himself room, Kennard Lewis, and gets it to the boundary, squeezes away behind point. The runs are flowing now.
Not an easy shot to play. Not much space in the wicket, not much pace from Roger Henry. But to bisect those fielders, that's just a class from the right-handed Lewis. Top shot. Bryce stood no chance.
Now they're making a change. They've taken out one of those point fielders, putting him to sweep on the cover boundary. They haven't really worked out a plan here. There's no sweep on the onside. Kennard Lewis realizes it. A couple of bounces into the boundary for 4. Why is there no sweep on the onside? The skipper will have a lot of explaining to do.
Well, the first over from Rock John Henry, 4 runs came from it. Now 2 deliveries into his second, it's doubled. So 8 runs so far from 2 deliveries, 12 runs from his spell so far. This is Kennard Lewis at his best.
What is the man is well thinking? So they've gone with the sweep on the offside has come into the circle, and they've gone with deep backward square, but only long off and deep backward square out. Pace off as he picked out long on. No, it's straight. It's 6.
It's all Kennard Lewis show here at Sabina Park. Full delivery. He just pushed it. He didn't even follow through. And 14 runs from 3 deliveries so far. In the 9th over, been bowled by Rock John Henry. All 14 to Lewis.
The power from Kennard Lewis can generate the entire Sabina Park. Here's Henry. Pace off. Straight to the man at extra cover. Lewis goes. Redemption for Henry. The man is well. His fielding position finally works. And after a short spell of entertainment, Lewis goes to 31, 115 for 2.
Credit must be given to Rock John Henry after being pumped for 14 runs from 3 deliveries. He came back, slower delivery, deceived Lewis, who was looking to just hit that ball over the offside. No sweep on the cover boundary, only get it to the captain, the man as well, who took a simple of catches. And Lewis has to go back for a brisk 31 from 15 deliveries. It's now 115 for 2.
Can't blame him. He's striking above 200, Kennard Lewis. That is what you expect from the big man. Javor Royal looks to be the new batter, strolls to the crease. And you look back to his innings in that semi-final against the Leeward's team, along with that century. And this is hit down the ground, the century, of course, from. And that hit the stumps. No appeal, though. A century from Javel Glenn.
Another big player is Javor Royal. Tends to give the ball a big walk as well. First delivery, you could see him shaping up, backing away. As you're going to see another look at the replay here. Backing away, looking to create that opportunity to get that ball over the offside.
Here's Henry, pace off, Blackwood goes, no sweeper. 4 more. You gotta have a mid-wicket in. There's no sweep on the offside, no sweep on the offside. It's 4. 120 for 2 at the end of 9.
19 runs came from that over from Rock John Henry. 14 from Lewis, 4 from Blackwood, and 1 from Javor Royal. So 19 runs came from that 9th over. And look at the score, 120 for 2, Renata Brown. Big score on the board.
This is a daunting task already. Look at the figures. 2 overs, none for 26, 1 for 21, 1 for 23, but Winter at the top, none for 31 from 2. He's going at 15.
All the bowlers used so far going over 10 runs and over.
The skipper will take matters into his own hands here. Taman is well to bowl the final over for the United Stars. Starts down the leg side. Bat start from the skipper.
Excellent take by Javid Williams.
Was lucky there. Finally gets inside the circle. Anything on that could have been 4. Short again. You can't do that. Not to Royal. It's on the roof of the Kingston Cricket Club. Absolute carnage from the Surrey Kings.
Carnage, you mentioned. Great shot there from Javor Royal in the arc and dealt with severe authority. 1-2-7 over 2, and Royal goes up to 7. His first maximum as well. What a blow that was, Renardo.
New ball, please, says Javor Royal. Oh, the man is swell, the man is swell, the man is swell. He's known for 24 point from 1.1.
He's been put under the sword by the Surrey Kings batter so far.
Here he goes again. Can't be short. But you can't be full either. It's 6 more. It's hit the side screen. He's seeing it as big as a beach ball.
That's a similar way how it started against Leeward Island Hurricanes in that Super 50 game. No difference. Same off spinner. It's just that it was Raheem Cornwall. This time it's the man as well. Back-to-back maximums.
Change to the field. Backward point going out. Deep backward square coming in. Still long on, long off. 6, 6. Oh, he goes again. It splices it. He should be gone. He's gone. Sewell strikes back. Entertaining knock from Jaffor Royal. 2 6s in the over. He goes for 13. 1-3-3 for 3.
Healthy score on the board, but credit must be given to Damani Sewell. He came back. He didn't panic. Wide of the crease. Very wide. And this time around, Jaffor Royal looking for the similar shot. And jubilation for Damani Sewell, who didn't celebrate based on what we've seen on the park today. 133 for 3. No need to celebrate. Big score.
No need to celebrate. It's about doing a job. That is what Jaffor Royal just did. He did a job for his team. So did Kennar Lewis in those 15 deliveries. Now Brad Barnes comes in. What does he do? Does he get a single and get Jermaine Blackwood on strike? Does he go? At this stage, you're throwing everything at it. You still have 7 wickets in the bag. Has to go.
Must go. Have to go. 3 deliveries, 7 wickets. Blackwood is on 62 from 29.
Here's Sewell. Barnes was looking to go. Dot delivery, no wide called. So after a wide and 2 6s, 2 dot deliveries, one of which was a wicket. Has to close out well here, Damani Sewell. It's still a massive total. That's a massive hit. Has it gone on the roof? No, it hasn't. Top tier.
That's the biggest we have seen all day. And it has come at 2:40 in Kingston, Jamaica. Brad Barnes, maximum. Look at the replay here. Who in the arc and was dealt with by a man in fantastic form.
1 to come. It's an expensive over. It's a good ball to end. They should look for 2. Blackwood is quick. Barnes gets back for 2. It's a massive total. It's 141 on the board. 142 they will need. Superb batting from the Surrey Kings. They are the defending champions. And they're showing why. 2 runs to complete. Brad Barnes, 2 deliveries. Well, 3 deliveries. Ends on 8 not out. Jermaine Blackwood opened the batting, carrying his bat through the innings. 62 unbeaten. 141 for 3 from 10. 142 will be the score. Marlon Pinnock, where do you see this one going?
It's writing is on the wall. Excellent batting display from the Surrey Kings batters in particular. You mentioned Jermaine Blackwood, 62 from 29, striking at 213.79. Kevin Gilson got a start, but he was out tamed down the leg side. He got 18 from 9 deliveries. Kennar Lewis got 31 from 15, but a 21 run last over put a damp for the United Star from Captain Damani Sewell, who's one of the most experienced players on the park. But look at his bowling spell today, Damani Sewell. 2 overs, 38 runs, 1 wicket, going at 19 runs and over. Very, very poor for Damani Sewell.
The skipper not leading from the front at all. The Surrey Kings. And 141 on the board. You reckon that's a winning total for a team batting second, looking to go at 14 from the off. It's a daunting task. The bowling wasn't superb, but look at that batting card. 62 from 29 from Blackwood, 31 from 15 from Kennard Lewis, Gilzine 18 from 9, Javor Royal 13 from 4, and then Brad Barnes with that 8 runs from those 3 deliveries. 1 for 21, 1 for 23, 1 for 38 from the skipper. He will look back at that and he will admit that it's not his greatest day on the earth.
Indeed, you're absolutely correct. But you look at the batting chart, all the batters so far right now, the Brown strike rate is over 150, and that's a plus for the Surrey Kings, the defending champions, and so far so good. They have shown that they are on the road to defend their title.
It's only day number 1. Marlon Pinnock, we have to conserve. I know it's exciting, but it's only day number 1. We still have a long way to go. It's 2 matches a day from here right until the 25th when we're right back here at Sabina Park for the 3rd place and the final. Days after days after days of cricket, and the excitement level is already up. We'll be back with a response from the United Stars. They need 142 to win.
So welcome back to Sabina Park. This is a marathon total set here. Big total. But the United Stars will start proceedings with Damian Bryce and wicketkeeper Javid Williams up top. And of course, the man with ball in hand, Andre Dennis, former Jamaica Defence Force fast bowler. I think he made his first class debut last season here at Sabina Park against Trinidad and Tobago Red Force. But since then haven't gotten any significant achievement. I went to US. I think he won that US Open competition as well for his team. Big axe of Andre Dennis. He'll be bowling to Damian Bryce. Very experienced campaigner. Pack offside field as well. A slip, a backward point, cover. Mid on, mid off. And a deep backward square on the boundary as well. And a short fine leg. First delivery from Dennis. Bryce needs no second invitation. He goes over a mid-off area. Good work. The big fella in Kenner Lewis does well. But two runs added to the total. So the United Stars off the mark with 2.
Yeah, Kenner Lewis doing some good work there. But Bryce immediately showing his intention, making it clear. And they'll have to do that. They'll have to go at the bowling from ball number 1 and put pressure. But Andre Dennis is no pushover.
This one is tucked towards the onside. Acres of space. Should be an easy second run to Bryce. 2 more runs to the total. I think Bryce showing his intention very clearly. Is going to go at the bowling. Big task. 138 more runs to get. In under 60 deliveries, make that 58.
Yeah, a lot will rest on Damian Bryce and his ability to not only score boundaries, but to also get singles. He has this innate ability, Damian Bryce, to pick gaps. And maybe it's a left-hander thing. I don't know.
Short delivery. Good delivery. Word's been issued as well by Andre Dennis. I saw them in the SDC competition as well. Both players mouthing each other, and both players now participating against each other. Big battle.
Yeah, I like this. This is the second fast bowler I'm seeing since Day that has bowled with some amount of aggression, is not afraid to run down into the face of the batter. And I like this. We're missing that aggression from our fast bowlers.
Good delivery. Slow delivery this time. So aggressive delivery. And then the follow-up delivery is a slow delivery into the wicket. Excellent from Andre Dennis.
And it's showing that he's thinking the game, Andre Dennis. Looking to push Bryce back on to push him on the back foot. And then to deceiving in terms of the next delivery, taking pace off. That time was maybe misdirected. Would have wanted it outside the line of the off stump or straight. Got it down the leg side.
Well, one thing for sure, it's good when it's a dot delivery on the line of the leg stump. Next thing is on the off stump and they scream over extra cover. Backing away. Wide, no signal by umpire Desmond Williams. The score now should be 6 without loss. Massive total ahead. This United Stars will have to bat really good to get up to that total. Missing a lot of key players, a lot of quality players. But cricket is a glorious game of uncertainty, Renato.
It is.
Oh, short delivery, not in control. But what is it? It's gone all the way for the first maximum by Javid Williams. That ball was on the body line. It's a Caribbean pull shot. And guess what? It goes all the way over that Long leg region for 6.
Take that, Andre Dennis, says the youngster. Just helped it on its way. And it was look as if he was trying to evade it, but just helped it on its way.
A youngster with great potential is Javid Williams. I think he scored the most runs in Headley Cup last season. So a player with great potential. Let's see the follow-up delivery from Dennis. Well, the follow-up delivery is gone for another 6. In fact, Ganja looking to dive to his left in the crowd, but innocuous runs, but back-to-back maximum from Javid Williams.
Yeah, it wasn't a short delivery. He has persons falling out their seats here, Javid Williams. At top edge, it's brave batting. It's going at it and going at it hard. So it's brave batting and it's paying off for the youngster.
I tell you what, 18 runs came from the first, 12 to Javid Williams from 2 deliveries. What is his strike rate right now, the Brown?
I'm telling you, I'm not good at math, but I can tell you at this strike rate, he'll be putting up a good fight in terms of getting to that 142. But you need that. You need that brave batting. Here it is again. Wasn't short. Was cutting across him and just went at it. Skewed off the top edge. And as you say, Raymond Hart, one of the youth coaches, is one of the coaches with the team, the Surrey Kings team, fell out of his seat.
Brad Barnes, the off-spinner, who finished in the top 12 in the regional Super 50 tournament as well with wickets. Started as a number 3 batter, now batting in the middle and bowling good off spin. There's a chance. Stephen Weatherburn is on the field as well. I didn't see him in action today with the bat, but a run nonetheless to Damian Bryce, and the score now is up to 19.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised when Brad Barnes was selected as the off-spinning option for the Jamaica Scorpions team, but the selectors, they know more than us, and picked up some crucial wickets for the team during that run to the final. I think the only bad that you take from it is that there wasn't a winner declared for whatever reasons.
Poor shot here from Javid Williams. He was not in control. He was rather backing away than to the ball, which is spinning away from him. Very, very risky.
Yeah, looking to access the offside, Javid Williams. But as you said with the off spinner, it's just that he's backing away too far.
When you look at what is happening, he's in no man's land in playing those shots. They're spinning away from him. He's bowled. This time around, he didn't back away. He went to the offside looking to scoop the ball over the fine leg and got his leg stump knocked back, and Barnes strikes in his first. It is now 19 for loss of 1. Look at the replay. Well, he jogged it on.
Well, I tell you what, this is a wicket that I would question. It's one of those wickets that you wonder why would it be credited to the bowler. You could credit that wicket to Javid Williams. It was a nothing shot. Came across too far, was looking to hit it on the onside, down to a fine leg position, got an under edge and played it onto his off stump. But again, it's a pressure. It's a dot delivery. It's 2 dot deliveries before that dismissal. And it's just the pressure for Javid Williams. And again, looking to access the offside. And you give credit to Brad Barnes as well, because he took pace off, but not just that. He was bowling back of a length, which meant that he wasn't giving Javid Williams the opportunity to get underneath the ball to hit it over the offside, the ring field on the offside. So Williams was trying to be innovative.
So after 18 run over the first over, then we're down to a run from 4 deliveries being delivered by Barnes. The chance for another run. This one is on the line of the leg stump. And Francis He's off the mark, first delivery. Score now is up to 20 for 1.
Yeah, Brad Barnes is looking to take pace off. If the batters are going to get the ball to the boundary, it is them who will have to put the power on it. He spoke about Stephen Wedderburn. By the way, Jeremy Blackwood is not on the field. That should have been taken. It was a chance. Got 2 hands to it, carried, and just not able to take it.
That's another police officer. That's Mario Davis. Carried to him. Didn't deal down. And Bryce lives to fight another day at the completion of the second. It is 21 for the loss of 1.
A police officer, I'm a bit surprised it wasn't taken, would be used to being in the line of fire. You would assume. Maybe he does desk work, who knows. Andre Dennis. And that 1 over 18 runs coming off it, but Brad Barnes pulling things back, 1 for 3 from his one. And the question, do they bowl him out here, Brad Barnes? I think that would depend on the next over from Shalom Parnell.
And it's good to see Shalom Parnell back in action as well. Was out due to some injury, but he's back. Let's your starts here to Damian Bryce, who's very, very aggressive. And Bryce.
Yeah, and important that you said that, because it looks a little bit more heavy than we're used to seeing Shalom Parnell. And that is probably because of timeout. I remember when he played in the T10 tournament, was probably the top all-rounder in the tournament. And that led to him getting a contract with the Jamaica Scorpions team. But again, just good to see him back and playing.
Let's see your starts here to Damian Bryce, who's 7 from 6. That one boundary to him so far. Well, he starts with a good delivery. Just about that 5th stump area. Bryce in 2 minds there in order whether to play or whether to leave. But he's true to the wicketkeeper. 121 required for victory. 47 legal deliveries.
And knowing Damian Bryce, he'll be looking at his scoring areas and he's thinking down to third man for a single. If he can dissect the man at extra cover and mid-off, it's 4.
A chance for a run out. Wedderburn. Bryce was nowhere in the frame. Had Wedderburn hit, it would have been 21 for 2. But in the end, another run, a very risky run. Very risky there from Bryce.
I think we've said that so many times today. They're bound to be a direct hit. At some point in the tournament, there will be a direct hit. Wasn't that time. And if anything, Bryce wasn't even looking to make his ground.
Not at all. Brings Francis in strike. You remember Ramon Francis going to school. He was very, very dominant in his school days. But since then, we haven't seen that Ramon Francis. A loud appeal. Not outside by umpire Desmond Williams. Full pitch delivery. Francis looking to hit that ball through that mid-on area. Look a bit close there.
He must have been sliding down the leg side. Getting the ball to come back into the right-hander. Parnell has a kind of a slingy action in terms of his delivery is almost as if his hand comes around at a wide-ish angle. So he will generally get the ball to nip back into the right-hander. We're looking to go away from Damian Bryce, the left-handed batter.
This one is nudging to the cover point region. A big Kennard Lewis covers ground very quickly. And another run to the total. Make that 24 now for 1. Just 2 runs from the over so far. Apart from the first over from Andre Dennis. A significant turnaround by these 2 other bowlers. Brad Barnes and now Shalom Parnell.
You remember Parnell at his best is really that bowler who hit the back of a length. Bowls very good deliveries, consistent deliveries.
There you go, back of a length. You mentioned it, Renaldo Brown. It's a quick delivery, back of a length. And Ramon Francis had no clue to the question what was asked by Shalom Parnell. And not of that, 2 runs from 5 deliveries so far in over number 3.
Just looking around for the Surrey Kings, you see someone like Kenroy Williams is on this fine leg boundary. They call him Naga, the leg spinner. And will he be introduced into the attack, and when?
Another excellent delivery, a play and a miss to close out over number 3. The United Stars are 24 for the loss of 1.
So after that quick start, where you said 18 runs came off the opening over, it means that we've seen 6 runs from the next 2 overs. We've also seen a wicket. So a good comeback from the Surrey Kings here. Javed Williams in that blistering 12 runs, a 6 and a 4 in those 5 deliveries. 2 sixes, and pardon me, in those 5 deliveries. And Damian Bryce is there, 9 not out from 9.
You mentioned leg spinner Kenroy Williams, still Javoy Royal, and now this man with ball in hand, Mario Davis. There's a lot of bowling option on the field as well. So it's going to be very, very difficult from here on for the United Stars. But of course, Mario Davis will be bowling to Damian Bryce. Started positive, Damian Bryce, but since then, after that first over where he scored a boundary, since then it's very, very difficult for Damian Bryce to get boundaries on the way. He's 9 from 9.
And Damian Bryce will have to get a move on here. He needs boundaries. Where do they come from? Third man inside the circle, fine leg as well.
Good start. And a poor bit of feeling allows an easy run. That's Weatherburn at short third man. And a poor return as well. It's not happening for Stephen Weatherburn at the moment. 2 runs been issued to the United Stars.
And we saw this when the Surrey Royals batted towards the end. The Cornwall Warriors gave away a number of extras, balls going to the wicket keeper. They just need to keep their heads here.
Not a good delivery. Steered out to that point region. I'll tell you what, the United Stars need to think about boundaries at the moment. Run rate is climbing and climbing severely.
Yeah, they have to get boundaries. What's good is that they are getting singles, whether they be extras or not. But they are getting boundaries.
Required run rate is over 17 runs and over. 17.25 to be exact. Francis punches this one out to the sweeper on the cover boundary. And there is only a run. So this over so far, just the 4 runs. And not good by the United Stars. Not been able to get boundaries. It's all excellent bowling from the Surrey Kings.
Yeah, and just looking at the field, it was Matthew Comer with the fielding on the boundary, another leg spinner. So they have the left arm spin of Davis, who is operating now. Left arm spin of Javor Royal that they can use. They have the left arm seam of Shalom Parnell. They have Dennis, who is a right arm quick, and 2 leg spinners.
Another good delivery. Quicker through the air this time.
And you add Brad Barnes to that equation, the off spinner.
By Mario Davis. Indeed, he's a wicket taker so far as well. So it's punch out to the point region. And Andre Dennis does well. A dot to close out over number 4. The United Stars, 29 for the loss of 1.
Yeah, so just all around this Surrey Kings team, I believe is very well put together and structured. Jermaine Blackwood can bowl some medium pace. Kenar Lewis on his day can bowl some medium pace as well. Can wicket keep as well. And those are just the players on the field now.
good bunch of players. And the unity, you could see the unity in the team. You look at the bowling performance, the only wicket taker so far, Brad Barnes, just a 1 over, 3 runs and a wicket. Andre Dennis is first, went for 80, no wicket. Shalom Parnell, 1 over, 2 runs, no wicket. And Mario Davis just complete his first.
And we're about to see one of the 2 leg spinners in the team, Kenroy Williams. I call him Naka, will be introduced into the attack now.
The man from East, St. Thomas, was a part of the Scorpion chaining squad. Start with a short delivery, punch off the back foot by Bryce. Hold to that sweeper. Matthew Comrie does well, but can't prevent another second run to Bryce and to the United Stars total, which is up to 31 now for 1. Still 111 runs to get. You look at the deliveries remaining in Ronaldo Brown. Very, very difficult. Another short delivery. Bryce is asking the umpire for a wide. Definitely not a wide delivery. Excellent from Kenroy Williams.
A lot of experience at Kenroy Williams. Played for a number of local clubs. Played in Trinidad as well.
Very experienced, limited overs cricketer, T10. This one is steered out to the short third man region. That's where Bryce is area. That's Bryce's area. Ronaldo Brown not been able. Pace off this time around from Kenroy Williams. So not much pace for Bryce to use it to surpass Kenroy Lewis at that short third man. Hence it's going to be very, very difficult.
33 balls remaining to get, I believe, 110 runs. The required run rate now at 20.
My word, my word. Getting away from the United Stars. This one is tugged by Francis out to a long on. Stuttered Andre Dennis. Does well. Another run to the total. Make that 33 now for 1.
Need boundaries here. Where the target area for Bryce. Maybe deep straight mid-wicket. And got too much on that. And gets it to a short fine leg position.
I think Surrey Kings wouldn't mind giving away singles at this stage of the game. With the run rate over 20 runs and over, they will happy to give away singles spur deliveries as well.
Yeah, they're no doubt in the driver's seat, in the ascendancy, and in a commanding position to go on to win this game. So it's more now about execution.
Talking about execution, well, Kenroy Williams execute a dot to close out over number 5. It is 34 for the loss of 1.
A good end to the over. 3 singles. 2 and a couple of dot deliveries. It's a good start for Kenroy Williams. And now it's starting to... You want to be scoring in a T10 competition. You want to be scoring close to that 150. Striking at about 150. Bryce is 17 from 16, so just a little bit over 100. Francis 3 from 9. He has to do something. He has to either go at the bowling or get out. Something has to give. 34 for 1 at the halfway stage, not good enough.
Well, twin leg spinners has been introduced into the attack. It's Matthew Comrie from this Coventry box, end of the ground, and he'll be bowling to Damien Bryce. Starts with a quicker delivery. Knocked down at backward point by Mario Davis, who's having one of the most miserable day in the field so far. But hats off to him on this occasion.
And not being helped by the persons in the stands cheering his name.
Well, Bryce unleashes. It goes all the way on top of the Kingston Cricket Club for his first maximum. Is it a little bit too late?
Yeah, this has to be the over. I reckon there has to be a discussion between Bryce and Francis. Who do we target? do we target Matthew Comrie here? You have to look to go big. You need 2 or 3 big overs from here to get you back into the game or close to getting back into the game.
Well, Bryce goes straight. It is caught, but of course it's a no ball. Umpire Ryan Francis, or Forrest, signals a no ball, and of course it's a free hit to Ramon Francis.
Yeah, I'm now wondering, did Bryce know that it was a no ball? I don't think he knew that it was a no ball. So I reckon a let off here for Damian Bryce. And was it that Comrie overstepped? Or was it the number of players outside the circle?
Francis will be on strike for this free hit. Let's look at the field placement. There's a sweep on the cover boundary, a deep backward square, a deep mid wicket, a long on, a long off, short third, a backward point, and also a cover. Flight edge, down to third man. The work to be done by Dennis. He won't catch it. It gets to the boundary. So 4 runs came from that free hit. And a welcome boundary for Francis as well. He's first.
Yeah, have they been chasing maybe 110, 90? It would have been a pressure over. But given where they are, it's not necessarily pressure on Comrie. But he has to execute better, has to do better.
Let's see how he control this one. Is flighted in a portion of the bat. It goes down to the fine leg region. And Andre Dennis does well. 2 more runs to the total. But a very, very expensive over had been delivered so far by Matthew Comrie.
So 12 from it. They just got 2, so I reckon that's 14 runs from the over so far.
This one is tug by Francis out to a long on era. Big Lewis is in the way. Another run. So make that 15 from 5 deliveries so far. 1 delivery remaining in over number 6. Our score now is up to 49 for 1.
I'm not sure the Surrey Kings are looking at this and saying, or Comrie looking at this and saying, you know, it's a lot of runs, but it's pretty much in a game 1. But on another day, this could be a crucial over.
You're absolutely correct. Let's see how it finish is first. Flighted Bryce is going. And it goes for another maximum. The second of the over from Bryce. And the 50 comes up as well. The score now is up to 55 for 1 at the completion of over number 6. And Bryce goes to 30 from 20 deliveries.
21 coming off the 6th over, bowled by Matthew Comrie. They will have to look at that. Matthew Comrie will have to look at that. Again, they are so far ahead of the game that they wouldn't have to worry about this in the immediate. But again, on another day, 1 over, 21 runs coming off. You look at the top, Andre Dennis's first over, 18 runs coming off. So apart from the spinners, Brad Barnes, Davis, Williams, and Parnell, the only seamer, he conceded 2 runs from his 1 over. You look at the other bowlers. Royal comes into the attack, by the way.
Captain Royal introduced himself into the attack. And why not? Leading from the front. It starts with a good delivery. You look at that delivery from Javoy Royal. Francis looking to give himself that room to access the offside. He just came back with the arm. And the wicketkeeper not been able to call it clearly and leg by the results.
Yeah, and Javoy Royal has that arm ball. We would have seen it throughout the Super 50 competition. It's kind of like Akil Hussain with that arm ball that swings back into the right-hander. Javoy Royal does possess that should it hit the seam. And he'll be looking to use that to his advantage.
Another single to Bryce. Rather just looking to bat through the innings as we see now from Bryce. Happy to come inside the line and just tuck that ball towards the onside. That was the first delivery to Francis. Pitch outside the off stump and impact hit him in just outside leg stump.
And just going on with the arm that time from Javor Royal.
Dot delivery, precious deliveries.
Was outstanding at the schoolboy level. Scored 1 or 2 double centuries.
There you go. But since then, we haven't seen that from the man. Another run to the United Stars total.
Yeah, and again, in all fairness, he played a couple of years for the St. Lucia Kings and the St. Lucia Zooks in the CPL, and now getting his opportunity to play for the Jamaica Scorpions team, and hasn't done that bad. His batting has come along at the senior level as well.
Another good delivery. Well, we see that in the Super 50 just concluded. Had some good cameos for the Scorpions, hence why I think they went to the finals. But as we mentioned earlier, it's just disappointed not to see the winner of the finals. Another delivery steered. And of course, Surrey Kings won't mind a run per delivery at the moment. And that completes a first from Royal. 3 came from it. The United Stars now 59 for 1. And Bryce is up to 32 from 23. And Ramon Francis 11 from 15.
And the instruction coming from the stands as Kenroy Williams comes back into the attack is for Bryce to bat through. But at the same time, what does it really help Damian Bryce if he just looks singles and batting through? Because another game will come where he will have to go great guns, or does he look now to work out how will my approach be in a different situation, a different game, and what happens to the batters to come?
I think Bryce is looking on the scoreboard. Can I get a half century out of this total with 18 legal deliveries remaining, and I need 18 for a 50? Oh, very quick delivery from the leg spinner. Surprise wicketkeeper as well. That was very quick.
I reckon he was as quick as Shalom Parnell there.
Or even quicker.
Bouncing the batsman.
Oh my word, even quicker than Shalom Parnell. Surprise Bryce as well. Flighted tug. Work to be done by Big Louis. He does well. Score now is up to 60. And the required run rate is up to 29.29. Whoa.
Still gettable. It is Dream 11, T10.
82 from 16 deliveries. Massive axe. With Francis just 11 from 15. Flighted through the gate. Quicker through the air. I think this time around, Ramon Francis too tall, not having access to get that ball down the ground. But credit must be given to Kenroy Williams.
Yeah, you don't see them getting close to the total from here. As you said, the required rate gone up now to above 33. So you don't. That is Bryce's entire total in 1 over.
You're absolutely correct. He's 33 from 25. Backing away is Francis. And guess what? The result is Kenroy Williams picking up his first. And the United Stars, they are not shining like a star here at Sabina Park because they are 60 for loss of 2.
11 from 80, not great for Francis. Not sure what would have been the instruction that he got. What would have been his objective in going out there, because he wasn't rotating the strike. He wasn't getting boundaries. And the game started to slow when he got to the crease. A credit to Williams, maybe out of the front of the arm, was looking to spin it. And just goes straight on, straight through Ramon Francis. And the second batter to be dismissed bowled.
He was never in control. It's Francis, who was way outside at the leg stump. Full from Naga, Kenroy Williams through the gate and brings Sanjay Walker to the wicket, a former youth player as well.
A former under 15, I believe under 17 and under 19 captain. And was captain of the under 15 team. And the last time that the under 15 regional tournament was played here in Jamaica. Was captain of Manchester High as well.
Well, first delivery is tugged in the air. Gilstein gets under the catch and takes the catch. 2-2 for Kenroy Williams. And United Stars slipping further in trouble here at Sabina Park. They are 60 for 3.
And too bad for Kenroy Williams. Won't be on a hat trick because that completes his spell. 2-2. And it left Sanjay Walker with no choice but to go at the bowling. And that's the thing. That's the question I'm asking in terms of what would have been the instruction coming out there. Because you look at Ramon Francis, wasn't batting with any particular pace. And now you look at the dismissal of Walker going the first ball. So it's not that Walker came out and they're saying, all right, just bat out the remaining overs. He came and he went at the bowling from ball 1. So what would have the instruction been to Ramon Francis?
Well, what is good is to see Joffa Royal giving back Matthew Comrie over. He started from this, the commentary box end, where he bowled his first, which went for 21. And now he's back from the Courtney Walsh end of the ground. And of course, he'll be bowling to Damian Bryce, who's on 33 from 25 deliveries. Sasha Anderson is the new batter at the now strikers end.
And looking to see if a change of end brings a change of look. Not sure what happened with Kenner Lewis there. I guess his brain was bending, but his body wasn't.
A no ball spotted as well. So Matthew Comrie having a miserable opening day of the Dream 11 T10 competition here at Sabina Park. No ball, free hit to Bryce. Just managed to scoop it up to cover region. Bryce is struggling at the moment, Renato.
And they're appealing for a run out. It's a run out.
What is happening here at Sabina Park? Sashane Anderson is run out. Well, we got to see this on the replay. We definitely need to see this on the replay. It was a slappy cricket from Sashane Anderson. It was an easy run in the end. But Sashane Anderson, the catch has been taken here by Kenroy Williams. He throws it to the wicketkeeper's hand just for the wicketkeeper's sake. And Sashane Anderson was out of his crease. This is poor from Anderson.
The only way you can get out of a free hit is via the run-out route. And somehow Sashane Anderson decided that he was going to take that route.
I haven't seen that in a cricket game for a very, very long time. A disappointed Sashane Anderson has to go back. It is now 63 for 4.
Did he face a delivery?
Not at all. Well, his name is still on the screen now. North from North. And he has been run out, Sashane Anderson, without facing a delivery. The required run rate is 39.5.
It's disappointing, to say the least. Very disappointing.
Comrie will be continuing. Good delivery. A jubilation for Matthew Comrie this time around. Pitch and spun away from the right-hander. I think it's the second dot delivery from Matthew Comrie in his spell so far. A loud appeal this time. Umpire Desmond Williams not interested. Clearly going down the leg side. As I see him now on camera, just acknowledging that he's going down the leg side. And it's a leg by. Should be 64 for 4.
It is. And for Matthew Comrie, this over is a learning over. It's an adjustment over for him. Having conceded 21 from his first. It's just about getting it right.
Another good delivery. Quicker through the air. Cramping Bryce for room. You look at a Bryce inning so far. Batted throughout the innings, you want to say, with approximately 8 deliveries remaining. And Bryce is on 33 from 27. I think his run rate should be more. Flighted driven just out to that man at the cover region. Extra cover in Captain Royal. Just a run. Just another run. So this over so far from Comrie. Just conceded 3 runs. A good comeback here from Matthew Comrie.
It is a good comeback. The run out in the over actually helped it because he would have bowled at least one delivery to a new batter, a couple of deliveries.
Well, that completes over number 9. 3 runs came from this Matthew Comrie's over. So he finished 2 overs. None for 24. 12 runs and over.
Yeah, not good reading. And the wicket to fall in the over was it his. So it's really not good reading. You look at Matthew Comrie going at 12. The person worst is Andre Dennis. The other bowlers have been going well. 5 and over, 3, 2, 3, 3. So the bowling has been good from the Surrey Kings.
Yes, this is the final over on Mario Davis. His first win for 5. He's given the opportunity, and why not? In total command, the Surrey Kings dominated proceedings. Second game of the day over the United Stars. Oh, punch back. Hitting the nose striker on his thigh. That's not.
And when you're struggling to get runs, you don't want your partner, the non-striker, and to stop you from getting runs.
65 for 4. Final over. 5 deliveries remaining in the game. Short delivery tug down to long on, fielded by Captain Javar Royal. Another run to Bryce. Is up to 35. 66 no for 4. Brings Williams back in strike.
And Zante Williams is yet to get off the mark from 3 deliveries. First need to get off the mark. There's no reason for him to go at the bowling. We're in the last over. It's still a sizable amount of runs to get.
.76 to be exact.
All he needs is a couple of no balls. Well, way more than a couple of no balls.
For that delivery face now by Williams. He's struggling to get a run. This is not good in any T10 format. Another good delivery. Punch out to that cover region. Easy single. But don't mind the Surrey Kings. They are in total command. You could say the defending champions easily took game 1. 2 deliveries remaining. Bryce is on 35 from 30 deliveries. So on is punched by Bryce out to long on. Decided not to run. And he will keep strike for the final delivery of the second game of the day. United Stars not shining bright like a star today on the opening game. Well, Bryce goes downtown. He goes in the stands and it goes all the way for a maximum to complete game number 2 on the Surrey Kings, the defending champions. They manage to get the better of the United Stars. They won by 68 runs. Your thoughts on the game, Renata Brown?
It was a polished performance from the defending champions. Good to get the first win out of the way. And you can see why they will be a team to contend with throughout the remainder of the tournament. Their bowling lineup is very strong. But Bryce maybe a little too late, ending on 41 from 32 deliveries. Just didn't get going. And credit to the bowlers. Apart from that big over from Matthew Comrie, 21 came off, and the 18-run opening over from Andre Dennis. The other bowlers have bowled really well. I felt Brad Barnes brought things back really well. And just looking at the scorecard, the 41 from 32 stands out. 11 from 18 from Ramon Francis, nothing to write home about. And 12 from 5 from Javed Williams with the 2 sixes in that opening over. The only batters to reach double figures. So you look at that scorecard, and the batting for the United Stars will have to get better if they are to compete and challenge in this tournament.
And if you take a look back, or the Surrey Kings batted in their innings, you look at a Jermaine Blackwood, a Tevin Gilzine running between the wickets early on in the batting. You didn't see that from the United Stars, hence why they are behind and behind badly. And credit must be given to the United Kings.
Yeah, lots of credit to the Kings. The Surrey Kings really played well. As I said before, the 41 from 32 from Damian Bryce. So to look at the summary there was outstanding. 2 for 6 from Kenroy Williams. I felt he bowled really well. And Brad Barnes, that one over that brought back things in favor of the Surrey Kings. 1 for 3. Their bowling will be tested in other games, but no, coming out on top and winning easily, as you would expect. For the United Stars, they will have to somehow lift themselves up and drag themselves back into this contest or back into the tournament, but it just didn't happen for them today.
Yes, indeed, a lot of work needs to be done by the United Stars. I said earlier, they miss some key players, but what we've seen on the show today, not impressive. Some good things to take away, some positive to take away, but some negatives there as well. But hats off to the Surrey Kings, the defending champions. They came, they played positive cricket from start to finish, and credit must be given to them. Tomorrow will be another doubleheader here at Sabina Park. This is your boy Marlon Pinnock and Renata Brown signing out from Sabina Park.